18 and verse 5. How you doing, bro? Hey, what's your name, bro? Give me some love, bro. What's your name?
Tony, man.
Tony, my name is Ezra. Where do you see yourself on this sign? Right here. Where do you see yourself on this sign, Tom? As far as your race, your nationality.
Slave trade. Right here. Yes, sir.
Hispanic, Mexican, Honduran, Salvadorian. Which one? Mexican? Mexican? So you would be right down here. Issachar. That's what God called you, but when we were conquered, this is what we were called. What about you, sis? Where do you see yourself on this sign? John 8, verse 32. Does society call you American Black, African American? Okay, so do we ever see these terms? You ever read the Bible before, Tom? You ever picked it up and just read a page or verse? Never? Are you, was you raised Catholic or apostolic?
Yeah, like my parents, grandparents, yeah, Catholic.
Okay, Catholic, right? Give me John 8, verse 32. Sister. All right, let me deal with you before you go, all right, bro? How old are you?
27.
27 years old, right? So, do you believe in the Bible? I know you wasn't in the church like that. I know you didn't really read the Bible like that, but do you believe in it? You have some sort of belief in the Bible, right? All right. So, the word Mexican is not in the Bible. African American is not in the Bible. Latino, Hispanic is not in the Bible. So, if it's not in the Bible, can it be true? Can it be fact? Can it be real?
Not really.
Not if it's not in the Bible, right? God created all nations of people, correct? So if he created all nations of people, then we should see our race documented in the Bible. But yet we don't see it in the Bible.
It's all man-made.
It's all man-made. So read this real quick. John 8:32.
The book of John, chapter 8 and verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
So our job, Tone, is to show our people the truth. Our people, we're talking about the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Who are the Israelites? We have been taught too many lies in this world, all right? Mexican, that's a lie. That's not who you are. Your ancestors didn't even speak Spanish. Are you from Spain? Where does Spanish come from? Spain. Spaniards, Caucasian people, right? So we're here to teach you the truth, because God said, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Because right now we are in captivity, mentally and spiritually and physically too. Because guess what? You got an ID? That ID, that means that ID gives you a passage to move about in the city. You got a license, right? That license gives you permission to drive your car. Because without that license, you're not free to drive your car. If you ever been you ever been to Mexico? You got to have a passport, right? Because you're not free to go across national lines without having that passport. That's a permission, all right? We're not free. We in captivity. Give me Baruch 3 and 8.
I gotta go, bro.
Right. All right. Before you go, let me just give you this, and then you got our flyer, right?
Yeah.
You can do some more research, all right? So our main goal is to show the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who they are according to the Bible. You're not Mexican, you're not Hispanic, not African American, not Puerto Rican, all right? We are the Israelites.
Right.
And we're God's chosen people, all right? It's time for us to wake up to who we are. Read that.
The book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
God said we are this day in our captivity. Captivity means slavery. We're still in slavery today, bro. Your ancestors, the Aztecs, Mayans, the Incas, the Olmecs, they dwelt in this land and they ruled this whole land. But they don't rule it today. Why? Because they were enslaved. They were conquered by the conquistadors. Come on.
Where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, to be subject to payments.
You got to pay water bills, right? You got to pay PG&Es, right? You got to pay rent and all those things, right? That means you in captivity. That means you a slave. Come on.
According to all the iniquities of our fathers.
Because of the sins, because we stopped keeping the commandments of God, God is punishing us, and now we are under the rule of another people that dictate everything. They dictate what you call yourself. They dictate what language you speak. They dictate your education. They dictate everything about us. They dictate our customs. Did your ancestors celebrate Christmas? No, they didn't celebrate Christmas. Did they celebrate Thanksgiving? No, not at all, because Thanksgiving was created in like the 1600s. All right? It was created on the backs of Native Americans when they slaughtered millions of them. Took the land, learned from them, and then slaughtered them once they felt like they didn't need them. So our job is here to show you that who you are and what you got to do, bro. I know we ain't got a lot of time with you, but you got our information. Start to do your research about your people, bro, in the Bible. You are an Israelite, man, from the tribe of Issachar, one of God's chosen people at the end of the day. All right? Is Christ a white man or a black man? What you think? You got to work today? You got to, just got off of work, right? Yeah. Okay, so what you about to go? Get a broom? Take a drug test, okay. So, you think Christ is white or black?
Probably black.
Which one? You think he is a white man? Because they give us this image over here.
Probably black. Flip it around. Flip it around.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Yeah, flip it around.
Well, God is they just created an image, but back then they used to, God was the sun.
No. Where's that at? That's what the Aztecs, that's why the Aztecs went into slavery.
That's right.
Because they worship the sun god, which is not a god. The sun don't create nothing, just give off shoulder flares and give us heat, right? And let us see. That's what the sun was created for. Get, where you at? All right, go ahead.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
So from the beginning, God told the Aztecs, don't learn the way of the heathen.
Right.
Don't learn the ways of the other nations. Come on.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
He said, don't be dismayed, meaning amazed at the signs of heaven. Don't worship the signs of heaven. The sun is a sign of heaven to separate the day from the night. The sun, it was set to give us light upon the day. God said, don't be amazed at that. But what the Aztecs did, they became amazed at that.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
They started to sacrifice unto the sun. They thought the sun was actually God and the creator. But no. All right? What's different from the sun and the moon? Why you ain't worshiping the moon if that's the case? Get Genesis 1. Let me show you about 3 minutes. About 3 minutes, all right? Right. So that's the problem with us. That's why he said don't be amazed at the signs of heaven. The signs of heaven, the stars, the moon, the sun, the different other planets. Don't be amazed of those things. Don't worship those things. That's idolatry. That is the main reason why we went into slavery, behind idolatry. Come on.
The book of Genesis, chapter 1 and verse 14. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night.
God said, let there be lights. So the sun and the moon and the stars were for lights. They were for us to help us see in the daytime and see at nighttime. The stars put light in the sky as well, and it also it's like a map. All right, because when the Aztecs came over here, they used the stars and the constellations to travel, to know which direction to go. All right, but it was never for us to worship.
Give me Romans 1 and 20 real quick, just to show you something about the sun, because the sun is a creation, not the creator. That's why he went to Genesis 1 to show you when the sun was created. But the sun is basically something to show you that there is a God. Watch this, read that.
The book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 24.
No, 20.
And verse 20. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world were clearly seen.
You see that the sun is one of the creations of the world that's clearly seen. Read.
Being understood by the things that are made.
We are the things that are made because we understand that the Most High created the sun. Go ahead.
Even his eternal power and Godhead.
That shows you the sun being created by the Most High shows you his eternal power. He created a great light that lights up the whole planet. Come on.
So that they are without excuse.
That shows you that just there being a sun lets you know that there's no excuse. There is a God. That's what that shows you. Right. With the sun, it shows you that there is a God. You see what I'm saying? So we don't worship the creation. You worship the Creator, right, which is the Most High. Come back. Read.
Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
Because they changed the truth of God to a lie. They changed the truth of God to sun worship. That's why you get church on Sunday. Sunday worship. That's sun worship. That's sun worship in the earth all over again. Read.
And worshiped and served the creature more than the creator.
Because the sun is another one of God's creatures that he created. Right? We worship and serve the creature, which is man. We worship and serve another creation, which is the sun. We got to come out of that. And it all goes back to we don't want to keep none of God's laws. So we find things to worship that gives us a sense of feeling holy. No, we must worship the Lord and keep his commandments. Come back.
Give me Hosea 8 verse 13, right? This is the Tone, this is the add-on for you, right? I know you got to go keep your ears open. Because I said the reason why the Aztecs went into slavery is because they went into idolatry, right? They were worshiping the sun god. Come on.
Hosea chapter 8 and verse 13. They sacrificed flesh for the sacrifices of mine offering.
You seen that movie Apocalypto, Tone? Right? And you remember they was taking their own people into slavery and sacrificing them to the sun god, right? Come on.
But the Lord accepted them not.
God said he wasn't accepting those sacrifices because they were sacrificing their brothers and sisters to an idol. Come on.
But the Lord accepted them not. Now will he remember their iniquity and visit their sins.
Come on.
And they shall return to Egypt.
And Egypt means bondage. So because of us sacrificing on the devils, give me Deuteronomy 4 and 19. Because of us going into idolatry, worshiping the sun, God said he wasn't going to accept our sacrifices, and then he was going to send us into slavery. Hence the conquistadors. Remember at the end of the movie, you saw the conquistadors on the boat, right? Because they just had ran from their own people to get out of that captivity and that little game they was playing. Went to the edge of the sea, and now they saw the conquistador, the white man, coming over. And that was signifying slavery that was coming. And God said that happened because of idolatry, because we worship the sun god. Now this is the last one to go, bro. Deuteronomy 4:19.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4 and verse 19. And lest thou lift up thine eyes unto heaven.
He said, lest you lift up your eyes unto heaven, just like we did, do today, just like the Aztecs, the Mayans, and Incas were doing back then, lifting up their eyes to heaven.
And when thou seest the sun,
when they see what?
The sun.
Do what?
And the moon and stars, even all the host of heaven, should be driven to worship them.
God says, don't be driven to worship the sun, the moon, the stars, and all the things, the host of heaven, like the other planets, like I ain't gonna go into that, the Saturn and all that stuff. But God said, don't be driven to worship them things. So when the Aztecs, Mayans, and Incas were worshiping the sun god, guess what? They were worshiping idolatry, and that was the reason why they went into slavery. All right? So is that what we're supposed to be doing? Not at all, brother. All right? You got our information, learn more. All right, brother? Be safe out here, all right? Give me Deuteronomy 32 and verse 16. All right? Because guess what? A lot of our people are in the midst of idolatry, but we don't even know it as that. That's right. A lot of our people worship idolatry every day.
Bring it
If
up.
you believe in white Jesus, if you believe in Christianity, give me Ezekiel 18 and 20. If you believe in Islam, if you believe in Buddhism, Hinduism, that is idolatry. And that is going to keep us in slavery. That is going to keep us at the bottom of society. That is going to keep God being pissed off at us. Come on.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 18, verse 20. The soul that sinneth, it shall die.
God says if the soul, every one of us have a soul. And if you are living in the midst of sin, idolatry, you're going to die the death. Come on.
The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father. Neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.